Good evening and welcome to Hobbs Lady Eagle Basketball here on the Hobbs Sports YouTube channel, Lee County News and Sports YouTube channel, and on HobbsAmerica.com. I'm TJ Miracle alongside Dawn Morgan tonight. Thank you so much for being with us as we get ready for the start of that. Sorry, we were having some questions about some names earlier.
Right.
And our friend Jason Farmer from the paper, he went down and took pictures of the official roster, so he'll be sending those to us. So thank you, Jason. Appreciate that.
I think all we were lacking was a first name on a girl, right?
A couple, and I think there's one or two on Carlsbad.
Oh, on Carlsbad, all right. 51 maybe. Okay.
Yeah. But, yeah, as we come into this one for the Hobbs Lady Eagles, there is really nothing left to play for. That being said, you're still playing for the number one seed in the state tournament. They have already wrapped up the district tournament, or the district top seed. They have won. They have an automatic seed into the state tournament. Hobbs could lose this game and lose the championship game next Saturday of the district tournament and still be in the top three in the state.
Sure.
But if on the other side you've got a team with nothing to lose, and that can be the most dangerous opponent you play, and that's the Carlsbad Cavegirls. Nothing to lose, everything to gain, as they are 11-14 on the year, 2-3 on the year, no matter what happens in the other district game tonight. Clovis and Roswell. Carlsbad is the number 3 seed coming out of the district, 20th in Class 5A in the Max Preps and Coaches polls, and the only way they are going to squeak into the playoffs is to knock off Hobbs not once, but twice.
So, it's a tall order, but that's why you play the games. So, you don't just say, okay, on paper, who's what, and here are the odds, and okay, so let's not play the game. You play the games, and you play to win. And the Hobbs girls are always going to play to win. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter what the paper says. On paper, not the paper, but on paper, what the odds are, what the records are, what the seedings are and the rankings are. I mean, Hobbs happens to be the number 1 5A team in the state. Now, I thought it was interesting. They've actually ranked Kirtland Central over Hobbs overall, and Hobbs is number 2. But again, Coach Carpenter and the girls, they never have paid attention to the rankings and the standings and all of that. What matters is playing your best, putting your best game out on the court every game, growth, individual and team growth, and enjoyment. They're fun to watch, but they have fun playing, and that's what you do. You put it all out there on the court. Hopefully you leave it all out there, no matter what your opponent's strength is, and you move on. And that's what Hobbs has done. They have, I think, surprised everybody from the very beginning of this season, and they had a lot to prove, and they don't have anything left to prove at this point, except they want to get it to the state tournament. They want to play and win that state title, but you have to get there, and to get there, you play them one at a time, and this is the one tonight that they need to do. And you said Carlsbad, what they're hoping to do is knock off Hobbs, right? And they talk about leaving it all out on the court. They're prepared to do that. Hobbs is such a talented team. It's whether or not anybody, with the heart and the grit can overcome what Hobbs brings to the court, even on a bad night.
Well, and that's true. I mean, Hobbs already beat them by 51 points back at our place just a couple of weeks ago. And you don't want to look past anybody, and that's – all that being said, as you mentioned, there is a reason you play the game, and it's interesting. And part of that is strength of schedule because, let's just be honest, Clovis is not very good this year. Carlsbad is not very good this year. Roswell High is really not very good this year. And so strength of schedule has kind of hurt Hobbs in the Max Preps matrix just a little bit. You got to remember, at times, when I looked at it this afternoon, Hobbs was number 1 overall in 5A and number 1 overall in the state. It may have changed because it fluctuates, but you got to remember, Kirtland's a 4A school.
That's true.
And Hobbs beat them. So,
right. And so they shouldn't be under them. I was surprised. That's why I brought it up, because I was surprised. I was like, I expected to see number one. And I thought, wow, Kirtland Central, for some reason, today at least, when you look that up on Max Preps, that's where it is. But like I say, people, not putting any stock in that. You're going to put a lot more stock in your confidence and what you can do on the court.
Too
who you've beaten, who you haven't.
It's all computer-based.
Yeah, exactly. It's all one little stat, that gets put in, can change the matrix, and that's why
Not worried about it.
No, and the team's not worried about it. Hobbs isn't worried about it, and the fans aren't worried about it. Carlsbad probably is worried about it,
Well, they probably are.
That's right.
Because frankly, other than Hobbs, this is not a very good district, and their record is not very good. And they know they're going to have an uphill battle. The Cavegirls 11-14 on the year, 2-3 in district play. So it is what it is, and again, puncher's chance, chip in a chair, that's all they've got left.
Yeah.
They want to punch their way into the playoffs, and if for some strange, weird, out-of-left-field reason Carlsbad were to get into the playoffs, their reward was they'd probably get to come to Tasker Arena to play Hobbs.
The very first game,
They'd either get that or they'd get to go all the way to Farmington to play the Scorpions.
Right, the very top, yeah. Oh,
So one or the other, and neither one of them is very appealing.
It's not much of a reward there.
It is. It's not appealing if you're Carlsbad. Let's put it that way.
True.
Of course, we are here at the Cave, Carlsbad Gymnasium, and always like to thank Greg Haston, trader, but he's always very nice and always makes sure we have everything we need, and definitely appreciate him for that. So we'll take a timeout and come back and continue. This is your Lady Eagle pregame report right here on Hobbs Sports YouTube, HobbsAmerica.com, and Lee County News and Sports YouTube channel.
Hey parents, looking for a fun way to start your Saturday mornings? Get your kids off the couch and into the game at the Saturday Morning Youth League at Bel Air Bowl. For kids ages 5 to 18, bowling is the sport the whole family can enjoy together. It builds teamwork, sportsmanship, and fair play. And every kid plays. No one is left on the sidelines. Strikes, spares, friends, and smiles, and best of all, it's fun. Sign your kids up today at Bel Air Bowl. Call 393-3333 for full details. Bel Air Bowl, where we roll at Bel Air Bowl.
Southwest Siding Windows and Doors. The name does not say it all. Steve Cox and his crew also specialize in roofing with shingles or metal, both commercial and residential, carports, and metal fencing. If considerate, fast, clean, and quiet is what you're looking for, then look no further than Southwest Siding Windows and Doors. Call 575-397-3340. Don't waste any more time. Call 575-397-3340 today. Southwest Siding Windows and Doors, 575-397-3340. The best in the Southwest.
Welcome back here to the Cave in Carlsbad. Getting ready for the start of the final game of the regular season between the top-ranked and top-seeded district champion Hobbs Lady Eagles and the Carlsbad Cavegirls. With Dawn Morgan, I'm TJ Miracle, Evie Stuber, keeping an eye and an ear on things and juggling the cats and the chainsaws back at One Radio Square tonight. So as we continue through this one, we've talked a lot about how it's all or nothing time for Carlsbad. Hobbs, not so much, really. And you mentioned this, Hobbs just one game at a time. And we'll go over the starters and the lineups here in just a couple of minutes. But you've got, just the normal thing. And I think we're probably going to see, like we have in the last 2 or 3 games, first, we'll call it the first probably 6.5 minutes of the first quarter. And depending on how that goes, the
press.
Maybe the first 5-6 minutes of the second quarter, it'll be the starters on the floor.
Sure.
And then, it'll start changing a little bit in the second half, usually a half of each quarter for the starters, and then the bench will come in to get some more experience. And, Hobbs didn't need just a whole lot going on. I mean, 68-21 their last game a week ago against Clovis, and 20 points. Zoe Ross, just an 8th grader, leading the charge for the Lady Eagles. Madison Zepeda chipping in 13 in that game. Aliana Armitage with 11. Caitlin Muniz missed double figures. She had 8 points in that ball game, but she had 2 trays, and that makes her the all-time leader per season in 3-pointers for a Hobbs Lady Eagles. So again, congratulations to her.
Quite an accomplishment because there have been some amazing 3-point shooters over the last, especially the last decade, for Hobbs. It's been crazy good. But they do come in at 23-2. They're 5-0 in district, and they're coming in off of that big win over Clovis, a big beatdown. And next, and what this means is we haven't talked about next week is the district tournament, and Hobbs. I know some of the district districts have chosen to do different things, but you double-checked on this today, and Lovington and that 4A is doing something a little different, but it's the traditional thing. Next week, it'll be 3 and 4 playing each other on Tuesday, and that's going to be
Roswell, Carlsbad.
Yeah, Carlsbad, Roswell. The winner of that game then will play number 2, which is Clovis, and they'll do that on Thursday, and then number 1 and number 2, the winner of that game will play number 1 Hobbs on Saturday, and depending on what the boys do, that game, the Hobbs girls game, will be on Saturday. But if the boys win, and there's a double header, you might say, at Tasker on Saturday, the girls will play at 1, and the Hobbs boys play at 3. If the Hobbs boys don't win, then the Hobbs girls will play a solo game on Saturday afternoon, and they'll slide into that 3 p.m. slot. So that's what we know will happen next week. And so, Carlsbad looks to be in action again next week. Hobbs is going to have a whole week off, and Coach Carpenter does not like that.
Just a week, 8 days, more than a week.
He does not like them to go a week without a game, more than a week without a game, yeah.
And they'll have 6 days off because the opening round is on a Friday night for the girls, as it has always been. And, who knows where we're even going with that. I mean, we know that the game is going to be at home, the first-round playoff game at Tasker Arena. Question is, who is it going to be against? It is such a close-in run thing down at the bottom. We could wind up playing, as I get my phone worked up there, we could wind up playing Santa Fe. We could see Clovis again. El Dorado, Piedra Vista, I know Piedra Vista does not want to come to Hobbs again after last year. Rio Grande, Oregon Mountain, could wind up playing Carlsbad again, somebody like that. So, Hobbs is just going to have to take care of business tonight, next Saturday, and then get ready for the first round and punch their ticket on up to Albuquerque and go to the pit.
That's right. Carlsbad coming in 11-14, 2-3 in district. They last beat Clovis 26-24. Yes, that is a final score, 26-24. And then they turned around. Then they lost to Roswell High, 39-48. And, of course, number 1 is Hobbs, number 2 Clovis, 3 Carlsbad, 4 Roswell in terms of the rankings in District 4 5A. So, it may seem like a ho-hum kind of a thing, but it's really not. Like I say, there are some things riding on this for Carlsbad. It's a tall order for them, but Hobbs has to come in and just take care of business. That's it.
Absolutely.
Do what Hobbs does, take care of business.
Starting lineups for tonight for the home team, Carlsbad Cavegirls, 11-14 on the year, 2-3 in district under head coach Matt Enlow, who, congratulations to him, he got his 100th victory as a head coach earlier this year. But their starters tonight will be number 0, Hayden Brose, number 3, Mia Payanis, number 4, Serena Carrasco, number 23, Faith Klusner, and number 32, Serenity Madrano. For your Hobbs Lady Eagles, 23-2 on the year, a perfect 5-0 in district, number 1 team in Class 5A, and the district champions under head coach Joey Carpenter. Once again, starters tonight, pretty much just what we are used to seeing. Number 4, Madison Zapata. Number 12, Aliana Armitage. Number 22, Zaylee Hardison. Number 24, Zoe Ross. And number 33, Caitlin Muniz. So that'll be the starting 5 for your Lady Eagles. Now, Carlsbad, even though that's their starting 5, they will often run in 3, 4, even 5 subs at a time. And we know that Coach Joey Carpenter will certainly do that as well. I would expect to see a lot of time off the bench tonight, especially for Jordan Mendoza and Corelli Rivera, Areli Navarro, and Katie Godwin. They've always played very valuable minutes.
Yeah, having called, let's see, you and I have called several of the Hobbs games together this season. I called a few, by myself, and it was always good to see such good work coming in off the bench. Hobbs has had great support.
And they are getting ready for the introduction to teams in the national anthem. So we will wrap up your pregame report, come back and tip this one off. Final game of the regular season is here tonight at the Cave in Carlsbad. Hobbs Lady Eagle basketball continues in just a moment here on the Hobbs Sports YouTube channel, Lee County News and Sports YouTube channel, and on HobbsAmerica.com.
For over 25 years, Eunice Pump and Supply has been more than just a business. They've been a part of the heartbeat of Eunice. From the oil fields to the classrooms, Eunice Pump and Supply is all in, backing the athletes, cheering on scholars, and investing in the future of Lee County. Eunice Pump and Supply takes pride in their hard-working team, their dedication to excellence, and most of all, the youth. Visit Eunice Pump and Supply, 1310 Avenue O in Eunice, and now proudly serving Lovington at 321 North Main. Your hometown partner and a proud supporter of Lee County athletics and academics. Eunice Pump
Forest
and
Tire
Supply.
is celebrating 80 years in business. There's always another task to tackle, but making your to-do list disappear generates a ton of wear and tear on your tires. Do more for more miles with the Michelin Defender LTX MS tire. Whether it's hauling your boat up to the lake or driving through the job site, Michelin designed a tire that's tough enough for anything. Stop in today for the Michelin Defender LTX MS tire and get back to task mastering. Forest Tire, keeping you rolling since 1944.
Just call us if it's a ride you like. We'll take you there and bring you back.
Hobbs Express provides bus service throughout Hobbs. The bus system operates Monday through Friday, 7 a.m. to 5 p.m., Saturdays, 7 to 4. Hobbs Express has an immediate opening for a CDL bus driver, offering great pay and benefits. Apply online at hobbsnm.org or call 397-9230 for more information. When you need transportation anywhere around Hobbs, think of Hobbs Express. Hobbs Express, 397-9290.
Listen up. B&B Rentals and Services has got dumpsters. Can you believe it? 30 and 40-yard dumpsters. These guys are a contractor's dream. B&B Rentals has light plants, porta-john trash trailer combos, office trailers, emergency and recovery trailers. Conveniently located in Lovington, B&B can serve you anywhere in Lee County and the surrounding area. Find B&B Rentals LLC on social media, and if you can remember the number, call 396-1722. B&B Rentals and Services.
Lasco Construction is a proud partner in education in Lee County. Lasco Construction is your hometown construction company. Lasco Construction encourages you and business owners to support Tatum, Jow, Lovington, Eunice, and Hobbs businesses. Buy as much as you can locally, which is why Lasco Construction always supports the youth of Lee County. Lasco Construction supports you. Call 393-9161 for all your construction needs. Support your community.
Did you know that Lee County State Bank drive-up lanes are open late? Interactive tellers give you convenient, extended drive-through hours Monday through Friday, 8 a.m. to 7 p.m. Lee County State Bank ITMs feature a screen which connects you to a live teller inside the bank to assist you with your banking transactions. No need to rush to the bank, with Lee County State Bank's extended ITM drive-through lanes conveniently located near you in Lovington, Hobbs, and Eunice. Lee County State Bank, member FDIC.
Here's some good news. Master Plumbers is thanking their customers. Right now, you can have your drain cleared for $39. $39, and you pick the drain. You better hurry. This drain clearing promotion won't last long. Plus, free camera inspection. Drain clogged? No problem. Call the Master. 397-9385. Reminder, Master Plumbers will meet or beat any competitor's plumbing price.
Master Plumbers, call the Master.
Divine Energy Services in the Permian Basin. Divine is more than just an amazing partner in the oil field. They are committed to the youth in the Permian Basin as well. From academics to athletics, you can be assured that Divine is supporting it. Remember Divine Energy for all of your oil field needs. Divine Energy Services, supporting the Permian Basin and the Hobbs Eagles since 2006.
SunGuard Precision is all about your truck and your home and making both look and feel amazing. SunGuard uses Lumar Window Tint, the top name in the game. For your truck, that means a cooler cap, UV protection, and a sleek custom look that turns heads. For your home, it's all about comfort blocking heat, reducing glare, and adding privacy without losing your view. SunGuard Precision brings style, protection, and performance on the road and at home. Call or look up SunGuard Precision in names and numbers. SunGuard Precision, your tinting pros.
Listen up. You asked for it, you got it. Introducing all-in pricing from TDS. Get ultra-powerful 1 gig internet for just $49.99 a month for 2 years. No gimmicks, no gotchas. Plus, no contract, free installation, and a powerful Wi-Fi router included. All in? Oh yeah. Visit hellotds.com today. Internet speeds are up to and not guaranteed. Subject to availability. Terms and conditions apply. See website for details.
And back here in Carlsbad at the Cave, getting ready for the final game of the regular season between the Cavegirls and our Hobbs Lady Eagles. I'm TJ Miracle alongside Don Morgan, as I thought for a minute we were in the old school forum in LA as the Alan Parsons project is playing and the lights are flashing, and I will not complain about the Klieg lights over our heads though, because I can actually see my sheets, unlike when they
I know that's
do the
true.
exact same thing in
They don't darken the gym completely.
No, they
However, it's worth noting this game was supposed to have started at 7 o'clock, and it's going to get started at, if we're lucky, here by 7:30.
Maybe.
So, but the Hobbs JV girls did win 50-40 before this game. So congratulations to them, setting a good example and a good tone for tonight. Just be nice to have moved this up more toward the actual real starting. Exactly.
20 minutes on the pregame clock instead of 15.
Yeah.
And now, I mean, I think they're taking long enough for us to go back to Hobbs and come back to introduce the Carlsbad Cavegirls. Okay, so let's go ahead and run them down for you again for your Hobbs Lady Eagles tonight. 25-2, looking to go perfect in district. They are the district champs under head coach Joey Carpenter. Starters tonight for Hobbs: number 4, Madison Zepeda; number 12, Aliana Armitage; number 22, Zaylee Hardison; number 24, Zoe Ross; and number 33, Caitlin Muniz. The Lady Eagles are wearing the road black unis with the white letters and numbers, the gold trim and accents, and Hobbs in script on the front. For the home team, Carlsbad Cavegirls under Matt Inlow, they are 11-14 on the year, 2-3 in district. Their starters tonight: number 0, Hayden Brose; number 3, Mia Payanis; number 4, Serena Carrasco; number 23, Faith Klusner; and number 32, Serenity Madrano. The Cavegirls are in the home white unis with the blue letters and numbers, and we are ready to go as Klusner will take the jump against Zaylee Hardison, and we are ready to go. Finally, the final game of the regular season from here at the Cave in Carlsbad tonight. As we continue to wait, come on guys, let's play some basketball. And here we go, and the opening tip will be controlled by Carlsbad. It comes back to Madrano. She was about the only thing Carlsbad had going for her at our place a couple of weeks back. Brose picks up the dribble right past the timeline. Will have to bounce it over to Klusner on the left side. Gets swatted away from behind by Ross and off the hand of Klusner. And it'll be Hobbs Lady Eagle basketball. First turnover of the game for the Cavegirls. They turned it over 39 times against us.
Wow.
Back at our place. To the front court with Zepeda. Give it to Ross. She'll just hand it right back to Madison. Madison takes it on the far baseline but gets it tipped and out of bounds. And last touch by Carlsbad. Hobbs does have a little trouble getting things inside, and I cannot see what's going on underneath us here. I know it's Hobbs basketball as the inbound comes to Muniz. Muniz cycles it out, gets it to Ross. Ross with a little pick set up. Now over to Zepeda on the right side. Zepeda takes it from the right to the left from our angle. Back over to Ross. 30 seconds gone in this one. Get it into Hardison. Left corner, then out to Muniz. Brose on her very tight. Bounce it over to Armitage. Armitage, the high pass to Ross into the corner. Zepeda, right side for 3, and that one is off the mark. Chasing it down, though, will be Ross. Her first rebound. Hobbs will reset. Another 3-ball on the way, this time from Armitage. Shot up, no good, and we'll have a foul called. Think they're going to get Madrano over the back on that one as she was battling underneath for the rebound. Yep, they're going to call that one on Madrano. Her first personal, first team foul on Carlsbad. Stays Hobbs basketball. 1 minute has elapsed here in the ball game. Off the tip, Muniz gets it. Brose picks her up quickly. I wouldn't think they're going to give her much of a shot to get an open look. To Zepeda on the far side, back out to Ross. Ross will take it in just in front of the free throw line. 13-footer is up and good. Zoe Ross will start the scoring for the Lady Eagles. They are up early, 2-0. Full court press is on, and the ball bounced off of Muniz. And it'll stay Carlsbad basketball, but they had to get that one in before the 5 count. And somehow managed to. On the inbound, they'll get it into Madrano with Armitage on her. Full court press is on, still in the backcourt. Madrano goes near sideline, loses the basketball off of her foot, but they're going to say Armitage touched it, so it'll stay Cave Girl basketball. Minute and a half gone here in the first. Hobbs leads this one 2-0. Inbound coming from Carrasco, under pressure, gets it to Brose. Brose turns on the Jets, will take it across the timeline right at the suspiciously Cincinnati Reds C at center court. Brose picks up the dribble, and then, they're going to say double dribbled it. Second turnover for Carlsbad, back to Hobbs. And Coach Joey Carpenter going to take a timeout. It is just a 30, so he's seeing something here early, Dawn, he's not really liking.
Well, he'll have a chance to address that with the girls quickly, just a 30. So in and out.
And while we've got a moment, a big thanks to all of our great sponsors. You see them there on the bottom of your screen. You hear them. And we could not do this without them. We do not charge you to watch your kids and teams play. Unfortunately, too many so-called broadcasters are doing that now. We do not. It's all thanks to those great sponsors that you hear and you see on your screen. So be sure that you thank them with your business for supporting the Hobbs Eagles and Lady Eagles. So out of the Hobbs timeout, Hobbs forcing the turnover. Still got the 5 starters on the floor for your Lady Eagles as Muniz inbounds it from just left of her own bench. Gets it in to Zepeda. Madison into the front court to Armitage, who works against Medrano. They'll kick it over, now around. Muniz with a little trouble handling it, manages to get it before Medrano can get to it. To Ross. Ross the high inlet pass, trying to get it to Artisan. Stolen away as Brose cut that pass off. Loose on the floor, underhands it to Pionis, then back to Brose on the left sideline. Dawson to Carrasco with Muniz out on her. To the top of the arc, Pionis thought about 3, thought better of it. Klusner takes the handoff, takes it from the left to the right. Flashing out on her quickly was Muniz, having to toss it to Pionis. Pionis gets a little pick, then puts up an 18-footer. That one is off the mark. Armitage with the rebound, that's her first. On the transition to Muniz. Brose got back quickly. Now they'll reset it with Ross. Ross to Zepeda. Back to Ross. Hobbs leading 2-0 here to Muniz as they switch off with Medrano on her. Wild pass, but handled by Zepeda. To the elbow and then a back pass. Yep, that one will be a backcourt violation for Hobbs. And each team with 2 turnovers. It'll be Carlsbad ball at center court. Sometimes Hobbs does have a little trouble kind of getting it in gear in this gym. They're leading 2-0, but it hadn't been pretty. And now we've got a backcourt violation there for Carlsbad. I don't know what it is about this place, Dawn.
Well, it's interesting, to call it. It's good for radio, but video is a little challenging here.
It is a bit challenging. So that one going to be tipped away onto the baseline. Armitage gets it underneath to Hardison. Her shot is up, not going to fall, and it'll be Klusner with the rebound, her first. Still 2-0. The Lady Eagles leading this one. But there's already nearly 4 minutes gone in this one. To the top of the arc, Medrano bouncing it into the deep left corner to Carrasco. Carrasco with Hardison picking her up in a swat as Muniz knocks it away from Brose and out. So stays Cave Girl basketball. Just 2-0, Hobbs in the lead.
Choppy game so far. Not much offensive rhythm for either team.
Almost none, as that one will be tipped on the way in. And back to Hobbs in the transition. Zepeda works against Carrasco, tossing it over to Muniz. From the left slot, 3 and bang! Caselin Muniz now with 72 trays on the season. Puts Hobbs up 5-0. On the full court pressure, and it'll be a timeout taken by Coach Matt Inlow to keep the 5-second violation.
From happening. Yeah.
4:22 to go here in the first. Hobbs up 5-0. With Dawn Morgan, I'm TJ Miracle. Final game of the regular season. 8 days from now, next Saturday afternoon, we'll be back at the friendly confines of Tasker Arena. Time to be determined based on the boys' game tonight for the district tournament championship game. We've got a moment too. Of course, big thanks to all of our great sponsors. We could not do it without their help and support. Thanks to our friends at Eastern New Mexico University, Lasco Construction, Badger, Master Plumbers, Divine Energy Services, Forest Tire Company, Lee County State Bank, and TDS. Among our great sponsors making it possible for us to do this. So out of the timeout, both Coach Carpa and Coach Inlow keeping their starters on the floor. 4:22 remaining here in the first. 5-0 in favor of the Hobbs Lady Eagles. So ready to go as they'll blow the whistle, and we'll get back to the action here. Full court press is on. They'll get it into Medrano. Armitage on her, fell down, but gets back up. They'll throw it to Carrasco, throws it into space. Another turnover forced by the Lady Eagles. Zepeda with the little hesitation move. Hippity hop to the elbow, shot up, no good. And Armitage off the tip will have the rebound. To Ross in the left corner. Cross-court pass, right wing, 3 on the way. Muniz off the front of the iron. Ross will have her second rebound. She'll take it hard to the rack and up and in on the right side.
7 unanswered points for Hobbs.
That's pretty normal. You like to see it. I'm not sure Carlsbad's got the firepower if Hobbs can find any rhythm at all. Klusner will just keep it herself, uses Medrano as a pick, takes it to the front court, and yep, then travels all over the place. 6 turnover for the Cavegirls. Carlsbad had a lot of trouble hanging onto the ball. Really, with these Cavegirls, I don't think they've got a true point guard on the team. So they kind of run the point by committee. Into the corner with Ross, trying to get it into Zaley, and Zaley pushes it off to Aliana in the right side, and up and in from the baseline, good. 9-0, Hobbs in the lead, 3:21 to go in the first. Medrano trapped up in the backcourt, bad pass into the hands of Zepeda. Zepeda from the free throw line won't fall, and then over the back, Klusner, but they're going to say Armitage touched it last. And it'll be Cave Girl basketball. Is in for the Cave Girls will be Licon. Coming in for Hobbs will be Katie Godwin. As taking a seat will be Hardison. So Cave Girl basketball under pressure. Get it into Klusner in the left corner, who tosses it right back to Brose. Brose uses up the dribble, throws it over the head of Carrasco, and yep, they're going to get the bump on Zoe. That'll be her first personal. First team foul on the Lady Eagles. 3:13 remaining. More reinforcements coming in for Hobbs now as Mendoza and Rivera check in. Muniz, Mendoza, Rivera, Ross, and Godwin on the floor for your Lady Eagles. To Brose in the backcourt with Ross on her. Brose starts it left, takes it back right, and gets a screen from Medrano. Picking her up quickly was Mendoza. Around to Licon. Licon to Klusner, trying to throw it in and overthrows her intended target, Medrano. And out. That'll be turnover number 8 for Carlsbad. Ouch. Hard to stay in a ball game when you're turning it over more than you're getting shots at the bucket. Rivera to Mendoza, taking it from the right to the left to Ross. Ross, kind of an ugly pass, but it gets to Rivera, back to Ross. Ross hippity-hop through the lane, gets it tipped, but right into the hands of Muniz in the left corner. On the give and go to Rivera, drives through, puts up the shot, won't fall, but she's fouled. She'll go to the line for 2. We'll see for sure who they're going to call that on. They're going to call that one on Medrano. That'll be her second personal. And the second team foul. Actually, they switched that to Klusner. 23-32. I got the fingers right.
That's right.
Wow, they're going to say she wasn't in the act of shooting, so it'll be a floor foul. Stays Hobbs basketball on their own baseline. 2.5 minutes remaining here in the first. So they're signaling we're ready to play. The long inbound. Get it back to Mendoza. Hand it off to Rivera. Quickly, they're going to trap her up with Bragg, who just checked into the ball game. Around to Mendoza. Get it to Armitage. Armitage, hesitation move to Mendoza, to Muniz, right wing. 3-ball up off the glass. And Klusner with the rebound. That'll be her second.
Well, Klusner is 6 feet. She's got the height for Carlsbad.
And it'll be Bragg into the front court under pressure from Rivera. Little stop and go, tosses it into the deep right corner and right into the hands of Aliana Armitage. 9th turnover for Carlsbad. Then a whistle sounds and out of bounds, touched by Carlsbad, stays Hobbs basketball. 2:01 to go here in the first quarter.
I'll say this, once they finally got this game going, it has been going quickly.
Libby Tindorf will check in as Klusner will take a seat. Hobbs leading this one 9-0. Armitage into Muniz, who gives it right back to Aliana. To Muniz, right wing, 3-ball up and bang! Second tray of the ball game for Caitlin Muniz, and it's a 12-0 run for the Hobbs Lady Eagles. Brose on the inbound, goes around and runs into Rivera to Bragg, deep left corner. She'll pull an 18-footer from the left wing, shot up, no good. Battle for the rebound. Tindorf winds up with it, but then loses it out of bounds, and that'll be turnover number 10 for Carlsbad. Carlsbad has more turnovers than shots in this ball game.
Yeah, and Tindorf at 5'11" is just shy of the height that Klusner has.
Mendoza to the front court. to Armitage. Armitage trying a bad bounce pass. Third turnover for Hobbs as Bragg is trying to turn on the Jets, but getting back quickly was Rivera. Bragg controls it to Licone. Licone fakes the pass. Now she'll get it to Brose on the left wing. Goes into Bragg. Left corner, then out to Pianis. That's to Leah Pianis, who just came in. To Brose, left corner, 3-ball up. That one is no good. Rebound by Licone, and then she's fouled. She'll go to the line for 2.
And you could just see that, you could just see that developing, that foul.
Going to call the hack on Jordan Mendoza. That'll be her first personal, second team foul on the Lady Eagles. 1:02 to go here in the first quarter. Licone at the line, misses it off to the right. And so our score remains 12-0. As back into the ball game, Ross and Hardison. Armitage, Ross, Zepeda, Muniz, and Hardison. It's the starting 5 on the floor for Coach Joey Carpenter. So Licone misses the first, bends the knees, eyes it, skies it, and misses the second. And they're
lane
violation.
violation.
Lane violation. So Carlsbad still stuck with the goose egg on the board with 1:02 to go here in the first. Hobbs up by 12. We click under a minute to play in the first period. Muniz to Zepeda. From the right to the left. Zepeda directs traffic, comes back to Muniz. Muniz to Armitage in the right corner. Goes in through 4 Cavegirls and loses the basketball. 4th turnover for Hobbs. As Pianis picks up the dribble, pushes to Brose on the far sideline. 35 seconds remaining here in the first quarter. Brose looking for some room to Bragg. Bragg jump stop to Pianis. Pardon me, that's Licone. Licone with Armitage on her tight. Clock continues to move. Bragg with Hardison giving her a little bit of room. Right to left, then onto the wing. Pianis bounce to Brose. 14 seconds to go into the middle, and they're going to call a foul on Hobbs. I think that's kind of a tic-tac there, but
Yep, Zepeda.
Going to call that one on Zepeda. Yep, her first personal. 3rd team foul on Hobbs. Maintains possession for Carlsbad. Saves them another turnover there. So Brose will inbound it from right of her own bucket with 12 seconds to go under pressure from the Lady Eagles. Toss it into the corner, get it to Bragg. Ross picks her up quickly with 10 seconds remaining in the first period. Around to Pianis from 18, in and out. Rebound made by Navarro, who just checked in with 2. With 1, Ross at the buzzer, and just off the mark, but we have played one here at the Cave in Carlsbad. It is Hobbs in the lead, 12-0. Lady Eagle basketball back in a minute.
First American Bank believes success comes from building personal, long-lasting relationships that are built on mutual trust. We take a consultative-driven approach to get to know you and your business. We offer a wide array of banking and digital solutions, plus more than a century of local experience. So, with First American Bank as your trusted partner, when you succeed, we do too. Find out how we can get it done for you. First American Bank, local first since 1903.
There was a foul late that we missed, and Ross at the line gets her
1 of 3.
One of 3. Okay.
Yes.
I'm glad you were paying attention. I'm over here doing numbers. I'm like, hey, wait a minute, something's going on here. So Zoe Ross goes 1 of 3 from the line. So 13-0 is our score, as I have completely messed up my scorebook now, which shouldn't come as a huge shock to anyone. So let's go ahead and look at the numbers in the first half, since
first quarter.
First quarter. Wishful thinking.
Yeah.
So let's see. You've got 6 points for Caitlin Muniz. She leads the way for the Hobbs Lady Eagles. Zoe Ross with 5. Then 2 points for Aliana Armitage. Hobbs 1 of 3 from the free throw line in the first quarter. They did get 5 rebounds as a team. 2 for Ross, 2 for Armitage, 1 for Navarro. 4 turnovers in that first quarter. For Carlsbad, no points. They've still got a goose egg on the board. Juliette Licone missed 2 attempts at a free throw. 4 rebounds. Faith Klusner with 2 of those 4. 10 turnovers for Carlsbad. Hobbs dominating the first quarter, Dawn.
Yes, but Hobbs, even at that, Hobbs has turned over the ball. If Carlsbad had been able to hang on to the ball and make points off of those turnovers, they'd have some points on the board. So as it is, Hobbs could be up, further than 12, but we'll take it. You can't complain when you're up by 12 points.
No, you cannot. And so it'll be Muniz, Zepeda, Navarro, Hardison, and Ross on the floor to start for the Lady Eagles. To Hardison on the left baseline, and they call the travel on Zaley. So that'll be 5th turnover for Hobbs. As Hardison out, Godwin in. They've been trying to work that inside. It just hadn't worked too good the last couple of weeks. So on the inbound off the Hobbs turnover. Into Isabella Marquez, seeing her first action. Back to Brose. Brose to the front court. Underneath to Marquez, and then tipped by Ross, who flashed through the lane to get a hand in the shooting lane. Not sure why Marquez didn't just shoot that herself there.
Yeah, but good position, and Ross playing heads up as always. Her basketball IQ is sky high.
Yes, it is. The inbound will come to Bragg, who gets a screen sort of from Brose. Hobbs just goes around it. It's on the floor, and Ross will take it away, but not be able to hang on as it's poked away by Bragg. It'll wind up as another turnover for Carlsbad, their 11th. Hobbs basketball. Well, Hobbs up by 12. Long pass to Navarro. Thinks about the three from the right corner. Then to Ross. Dangerous pass.
Ooh.
Side to Muniz, who has to kind of stretch out and extend to get that. To Godwin. To Muniz. Left corner. 3-ball up. Off the mark. And Bragg with the rebound. Her first. As Bragg will push it forward.
Tipped by Muniz, but it stays Carlsbad basketball.
To Ortega, seeing her first action. 45 seconds gone here in the second period, and then we'll have a jump ball called, and it'll stay in the hands of the Cavegirls.
And good defense right there, as you know, surrounding. You had Zabate on one side and Navarro on the other.
Oh, the inbound for Carlsbad. Ooh, that was very close to a backcourt. Bragg will push it over to Ortega. Ortega takes it from the left to the right. And then going hard to the floor is Marquez. I think she got run over by Ortega, but they're going to whistle Hobbs for a hold. And we're up by 13. It is what it is.
And it'll be on the floor, so it'll be a throw-in by Carlsbad. So.
Yep, they're going to whistle that one on Navarro, her first personal, first team foul. As Ortega finally gets it in. Tossing to Marquez. Marquez works against Godwin, loses the ball on the floor, and double dribble. So that'll be turnover number 12 for the Cavegirls. So 13-0 still our score. Hobbs in control of this one. Carlsbad has not shown the ability to really rock and roll and hang, and is trying to get that one in. And tipped away at the last second, trying to get it to Godwin. So Brose will come out. Back in is Medrano. Muniz out. Armitage back in. Navarro out. Rivera back in for the Lady Eagles. Hobbs basketball on their own baseline. 6:45 to go, first half. On the inbound to Rivera to Godwin, then to Muniz. Thinks about the three, thinks better of it. Working the left side, now to the right side. Into Godwin in the right block. To Navarro, or Rivera, pardon me, for the shot. Up, no good. Battle for the rebound, and a foul going to get called.
I think they're going to call Godwin over the back. Let's see. The Armitage was low and was reaching. Yep.
That'll be on Godwin. Good eye there, Dawn Morgan. So Carlsbad basketball, as my pen decides to run out of ink. Of course it does. That's why I always carry a spare. So Ortega starts it left, brings it back right. They still haven't crossed the timeline as they hand it to Bragg. Zapata picks her up, 6:20 to go here in the first half. Bragg looking for some help. Will just have to push it over to Marquez. Marquez from the left to the right. Zapata picks her up, throw it to Medrano, right baseline.
Oh, and she draws a foul.
She's fouled. So the first points of the game for the Cavegirls come with 6:09 to go. They went 10 minutes without scoring.
6:09 in the second period.
Yep, they're going to call that one on Armitage. Her first personal, third team foul on the Lady Eagles. And so Medrano at the line for the and one. Trying to cut it down to just a 10-point Lady Eagle lead, and the shot is up. It is no good. And Zaylee Hardison gets the rebound and then gets tied up.
Zaylee did a very nice job in volleyball. She had a good season there for the Hobbs Lady Eagles.
Going to get whistled for the foul.
And Zaylee has had good minutes and good play for the Lady Eagles on the basketball court this season as well.
To the front court to Rivera. Rivera to Ross. Round to Armitage. Hobbs has not scored in this second quarter yet either. And Carlsbad breaking the ice on the second. Get it into Hardison, left baseline. It's run out, and then a whistle sounds on the base, and they're going to say I didn't see the call. It got made by the person underneath, but it's a turnover for Hobbs no matter how you look at it. Their sixth turnover of the ball game as Muniz back in with 5:49 to go. Rivera, Muniz, Ross, Zepeda, and Armitage on the floor. Madrano taken away by Zepeda off the steal, up and in Madison. Her first points of the ball game.
Yeah, beautiful. It's a patented move there.
Yes, it is. She anticipated, flashed through, and grabbed it. Marquez on the inbound, looking for some room against Ross. Tosses into space, and only one there is Rivera to Zepeda. Takes it right corner. Hobbs will reset to Armitage all by herself on the right baseline and up and in for Aliana. She's got 4 in the ball game, 17-2. 15-point Lady Eagle lead with 5:10 remaining here in the first half. Ortega turns on the Jets on the far sideline, takes it into the front court, and tapped away by Muniz. Almost looked like that got kicked there by Ortega, but the ref right there on top of it. As out is Valerie Velos, and back in for Carlsbad is Serena Carrasco. On the inbound, trying to get it to Madrano. It goes into the hands of Armitage, but she can't handle it. Is Madrano all over her.
Yeah, nice hustle, though.
They don't call a foul on Madrano. They say out off of Armitage. So we'll move it from the sideline to the baseline, and Carrasco will try it again for the Cavegirls.
Armitage with so many steals for the Lady Eagles.
Gets it into Madrano, left corner, 3 on the way. That one up, no good.
Oh.
Battle for the rebound, and then a tip and a reverse up. That one won't fall. Finally, Hobbs will almost come away with it and last touched. That was a hustle play by Ross on the baseline.
Yeah.
To squirm it over onto that left side where it was last touched by the Cavegirls. So give it back to Hobbs on a wild series there. 4:50 remaining here in the first half.
17-2 is your score.
Hobbs comfortably in command.
They were leading 12-0 at the end of the first.
13-0.
13-0, yeah.
The fastball to Rivera. See, I did the same thing.
I know, yeah.
To Ross, 12-footer, and the jumper is up and good. 8 points for Zoe Ross in the ball game. Paces everybody. Right now, Zoe's beating the Cavegirls by 6.
Yeah.
19-2 is the score. To the front court, almost stolen away again. Ball loose on the court, and it will be as Ross picks it up.
Ooh,
Beats it forward to Zepeda, and she takes it hard to the rack, but she is fouled. And so she'll go to the line to shoot 2 off of the 16th steal. Gonna whistle that one on Ortega. That'll be her first personal. And the second team foul on Carlsbad. So Zepeda at the line to shoot 2. Trying to extend the Lady Eagles lead here. First is up, and it is good. 3 points for Madison. As out is Ortega. Back in is Brose. 20-2 our score, an 18-point Lady Eagle lead, their biggest of the ball game. Zepeda's second is up, and it is good too. So now 21-2. Zepeda checks out. Godwin back in for Hobbs. And timeout going to be taken.
It's a 30.
It is a 30, but I'm just trying to see who's got it. Carlsbad going to take their second 30 of the ball game. While we've got a moment, I'd like to say a big thank you to all of our great sponsors. Could not do it without their help and support. You see them there on your screen. You hear their ads. Thank them for supporting the Hobbs Lady Eagles and the Eagles. You've got First American Bank of Hobbs, NMR Pipeline, Eunice Pump and Supply, Hobbs Express, SunGuard Precision, Bel Air Bowl, Southwest Siding, Windows and Doors, B&B Rentals and Services, and DNC Electric, among others. Could not do it without their help and support. Of course, we couldn't do it without your help and support, too. We appreciate you being with us tonight, wherever you happen to be, around southeast New Mexico, West Texas, and the world. And a score update coming in from Tasker Arena. 20-all late in the first half of that one, district championship game. And it'll be Carlsbad basketball. Flashing over to Madrano on the right baseline. She'll step back, right corner, 3-ball up. That one is off the mark. And Payanis not able to track it down. Back to Hobbs with just under 4 to go first half. Carlsbad just going to drop back in defense. Going to go with a 1-3-1 zone look. as Ross will bring it into the offensive zone for the Lady Eagles. To Rivera. Pushing over to Muniz to Armitage. Bros picks her up quickly. Carrasco against Muniz. Back to Armitage. Throw it into Godwin. In the right block. Loses it off of her foot, but right into the hands. Then to Ross for three. No good. There was a push in the back that did not get called, and it'll be the first rebound of the game for Medrano. But Ross says, okay, I'll just take it right back. Zoe spin move into the lane, and shot no good, but Armitage with the rebound. Her putback won't fall. Ball loose on the court as girls go flying into the Carlsbad bench. Should be a foul or three called there. There was not. As subs coming in for both squads, Hardison and Zapata back in for Hobbs. Klusner checking in and Tindorf in for Carlsbad. And it will be Cave Girl basketball right underneath us. So Carrasco looks to inbound it. Muniz pressures the inbound. Get it into Klusner under pressure from Godwin. Klusner needing some help. Bros going to come back and help her. Bros against Zapata. Little push off, not called. Bros pushing to Carrasco. Right slot. Three ball up. No good. And it'll be Muniz with the rebound. And Kaysen will just keep it herself. Crossing the timeline into the deep left corner. For Ross for three and bang, Zoe Ross with 11 points in the ballgame makes it 24-2 in favor of Hobbs. 2:52 to go first half. All Lady Eagles in this one. Klusner off the screen into the front court. Picks up the dribble. Ooh, picked up the pivot foot too. When you're up this big, you can let a few things go. And then flashing through is Pianis, puts up a shot, no good. And Carrasco will get the rebound deep in the corner. To Pianis, left wing, shot up, no good, gets her own rebound. And Carlsbad will reset with 2:25 to go here in the first. Tindorf to Klusner. Klusner right to left, Pianis top of the arc for three, and that one's good. You give them enough looks at it, eventually they'll get one to fall. 24-5, now Muniz from the right corner, bang! Anything you can do, we can do too. Tray in for Kayslyn Muniz, her third tray of the ball game. To Bros, trying to break pressure, and yep, they're going to get Zapata for the bump. Her second personal, fourth team foul on Hobbs. 22-point lead for the Lady Eagles as Bragg and Licon in. Pianis out, Bros out for the Cave Girls. Stays Carlsbad basketball just next to the Hobbs Lady Eagle bench. Carrasco to Bragg in the backcourt. Under 2 to play, first half. All Lady Eagles so far in this one. Mendoza into the ball game, works against Bragg. Bragg takes it in, and oh. I thought she probably tossed that one before they called the foul, but going to call that on Mendoza. That'll be her second personal. That will put Carlsbad in the bonus. So Jayla Bragg at the line to shoot two. First one is up, and it is no good. Score remains 27-5. Mariah Mojica into the ball game as Zapata will take a breath for the last 1:48 of this half, I got to think. Bragg's second is on the way, and it is in and out, no good, and the ball out of bounds, and they're going to keep it in Carlsbad's hands. Wow.
I thought that Carrasco touched it last.
I thought she did too, but the ref's right there.
Right. Yeah.
The inbound comes to Bragg. She'll work against Mojica. Nifty little move to get some space. To Carrasco into the corner to Licon. Licon to Klusner, top of the arc. And around to Bragg, right wing. Three is going to be short.
Nice.
Hardison, no question about that one.
Beautiful, nice rebound.
To Muniz in the front court. Tossing it over to Mendoza. Mendoza inside to Hardison. Shot up, no good. She's fouled. And Zaley to the line for two. And they are going to whistle that one on Tindorf, her first personal. Third team foul on Carlsbad. So Hardison at the line, her first trip to the stripe tonight. Couple rebounds, looking to get in the scorebook. Bends the knees, eyes it, skies it, and falls off as it bounced high and went wonky. Relly Rivera comes in as Kayslyn Muniz will take a breather for the last 84 seconds of this half. Mojica, Hardison, Godwin, Mendoza, and Rivera on the floor for Hobbs. Second on the way for Hardison, and that one is in and out, no good. And it'll be Tindorf with the rebound. Free throws have been at a premium tonight for both teams. Talk more about that at halftime as we click to 75 seconds remaining here in the half. Mojica working against Bragg. Right to left, gives it to Licon. Licon, and she'll just put up a little one-handed running wing and a prayer, and Klusner will wind up with the rebound. She'll throw it into the middle, and Hobbs will step away and take it away.
Good.
Mendoza Rivera left side and put it home.
Yeah, really with a nice assist by Mendoza for taking it away. She really did a nice job there.
24-point Lady Eagle lead with 40 seconds, and then it's another takeaway for the Lady Eagles as Rivera gets it, and then in frustration, Bragg reaches out and pushes her first personal, fourth team foul, and so that'll put Corelli Rivera at the line to shoot two. So Rivera with 2 points looking to add to it. Rivera eyes it, skies it, and clanks it off the front of the iron.
Yeah, it's been challenging at the line for both teams tonight so far.
Carlsbad right now 0 for 5 from the line.
And you'd think that this is their gym. You know, they're on this. They practice on it a lot.
Second up, and Corelli gets that one to go.
You'd think
Hobbs is 4 of 8 in this quarter and 5 of 11 total in the ball game. Normally a very good three-point or a free throw shooting team.
They normally are.
As Carrasco with it. On the far side, moves it between the ring. Bouncing to Licon against Mojica. Under 30 to go. Tindorf, right corner. And she loses the basketball and out of bounds. And, wow, they're going to say Godwin touched that one last. Okay.
Well, she was working hard over there, poking at the ball, so I guess maybe she did poke it out.
Mia Pianis will come in for Jayla Bragg with 20.9 seconds from the elbow, inbounding it. To Pianis was Carrasco, back to Carrasco. Back out between the rings, Pianis to Licon. And trying to get it to Klusner, tapped away and into the hands of the Lady Eagles.
Yeah, good
That's
tip.
Rivera. She goes, almost loses it, and they'll work it around. Mendoza to Mojica, in and out. Godwin with the rebound. She'll turn around, put it up.
Oh, yeah.
Buzzer and count the bucket.
Nice.
32-5. The Hobbs Lady Eagles are in command of this one. We'll be back with your Lady Eagle halftime report right after this. Hobbs basketball continues in a moment.
When you want the job done right, trust the professionals at DNC Electric for all your electrician's needs. DNC Electric does oil well installations, battery installations, power lines, automation electric motor repairs, transformer repair, and so much more. When you want a reliable, dependable electrician for all your commercial and industrial services, call DNC Electric 492-0044, 575-492-0044. DNC Electric, 1444 West Broadway.
Hey parents, looking for a fun way to start your Saturday mornings? Get your kids off the couch and into the game at the Saturday Morning Youth League at Bel Air Bowl. For kids ages 5 to 18, bowling is the sport the whole family can enjoy together. It builds teamwork, sportsmanship, and fair play. And every kid plays. No one is left on the sidelines. Strikes, spares, sprints, and smiles, and best of all, it's fun. Sign your kids up today at Bel Air Bowl. Call 393-3333 for full details. Bel Air Bowl, where we roll at Bel Air Bowl.
Southwest Siding Windows and Doors. The name does not say it all. Steve Cox and his crew also specialize in roofing with shingles or metal, both commercial and residential, carports, and metal fencing. If considerate, fast, clean, and quiet is what you're looking for, then look no further than Southwest Siding Windows and Doors. Call 575-397-3340. Don't waste any more time. Call 575-397-3340 today. Southwest Siding Windows and Doors, 575-397-3340. The best in the Southwest.
For over 25 years, Eunice Pump and Supply has been more than just a business. They've been a part of the heartbeat of Eunice. From the oil fields to the classrooms, Eunice Pump and Supply is all in backing the athletes, cheering on scholars, and investing in the future of Lee County. Eunice Pump and Supply takes pride in their hard-working team, their dedication to excellence, and most of all, the youth. Visit Eunice Pump and Supply, 1310 Avenue O in Eunice, and now proudly serving Lovington at 321 North Main. Your hometown partner and a proud supporter of Lee County athletics and academics. Eunice Pump and Supply, local, loyal, and proud to serve.
Forest Tire is celebrating 80 years in business. There's always another task to tackle, but making your to-do list disappear generates a ton of wear and tear on your tires. Do more for more miles with the Michelin Defender LTX MS tire. Whether it's hauling your boat up to the lake or driving through the job site, Michelin designed a tire that's tough enough for anything. Stop in today for the Michelin Defender LTX MS tire and get back to task mastering. Forest Tire, keeping you rolling since 1944.
Back here in Carlsbad at the Cave, Carlsbad Gymnasium. All Hobbs Lady Eagles in that first half. They lead it 32-5. I'm TJ Miracle alongside Dawn Morgan. Evie Stuber keeping an eye and an ear on things back at One Radio Square. So 32-5, Hobbs in the lead here in Carlsbad. Back at home, it is 20-all at half in the district championship game on the boys' side of things.
Wow.
That game also here on
that is
HobbsAmerica.com and Hobbs Sports YouTube.
A very different complexion on that game than this one here.
Yes, it certainly is. Let's take a look at the numbers in the first half of this one. We'll start with Carlsbad. Not a lot to go over. Talia Pianis, leading scorer with 3. She had a 3-ball, and that was it. Serenity Madrano with a bucket. She's got 2, and that's it. Carlsbad, 10 rebounds in that first half. Oh, they did go 0 of 5 from the free throw line. So 5 chances, and they came up empty. 10 rebounds led by Faith Klusner with 3, 20 turnovers. Ouch. And then just 5 points. Like we said, none in the first and 5 in the second. Turn of the page for your Hobbs Lady Eagles. Zoe Ross with the 11 to pace the girls in the first half. 9 points for Caselyn Muniz. 4 for Madison Zapata. 4 for Aliana Armitage. 3 for Corelli Rivera. And 2 for Katie Godwin. Armitage, or Hobbs rather, going 5 of 12 from the free throw line in the first half. They are shooting about 85% this season as a team.
Of the season.
That has just not been good. Maybe it's because of this guy out there heaving stuff at the bucket from. Maybe it's got the rims messed up. I don't know. I guess that counts as halftime entertainment. So 3 rebounds for Armitage. She leads the way for Hobbs. 10 rebounds. So each team with the same number of boards, but Hobbs many fewer turnovers, only 6 in that first half. 13 points in the first, 19 in the second. That's how Hobbs gets to their 32. And I would expect, Dawn, as we get to the second half, we're probably going to see the starters out there until we hit about 35 or 40 and get to running clock. And then you can start working on some stuff and start thinking about next Saturday afternoon, either at 1 or 3 at Tasker Arena. And there's a chance it could be this Carlsbad team again.
It could,
You never know. It's one of those, there's Hobbs and then there's everybody else all kind of down there together in Clovis, Carlsbad, and Roswell High. And that is not to say anything bad about those teams. It's just they're not having very good years.
It's just where they are, and Carlsbad actually is, 11 and 14 on the season. They're not that far off from, having a 50-50 season here. But coming up against Hobbs, so many teams, just
Hobbs is relentless.
Exactly, and Hobbs is just Hobbs is hard to prepare for.
They are, because they've got so many facets of their game.
They do. They're deep. They can attack you. They can, switch out teams. I mean, their starters are fantastic, but they can, they have so many components, so many in and outs, and so many combinations, and so many ways to defeat you. And even when they're having a bit of an off night in some areas, and they kind of are tonight, they can
have
still
not started comfortably in either quarter.
Yeah, but they can still. Obviously, they're here 32-5. You can't argue with that or complain about that. All you can do is say, but you know what? That's a slow night for them. That's kind of a.
Yeah, gee, they're only up by 27 at the half.
And
yes, Sark fully on.
Oh yeah, we're happy. We're happy to say that they're up. You bet. And not happy. We're not celebrating that over Carlsbad. Carlsbad's having an even more challenging night, right?
Yeah, they are.
And that's painful. And and you feel that. When you look at a team that's a lopsided score, and that the other team is really feeling it. So. But we can't change that. So we call it like it is and move on. That's
it is.
Just how it is. It is what it is.
As the saying goes. So we are at halftime here at the Cave in Carlsbad. Final game of the regular season for the Lady Eagles. They are 16 minutes away from going to 24-2 and being perfect in district, a perfect 6-0 with the district tournament championship next up for them next Saturday afternoon. So they are blowing the buzzers, telling the teams they can come back out and warm up. So we will take a timeout, come back with the start of the second half. Hobbs Lady Eagle basketball here on the Hobbs Sports YouTube channel, Lee County News and Sports YouTube, and on HobbsAmerica.com.
Just call us if it's a ride you like. We'll take you there and bring you back.
Hobbs Express provides bus service throughout Hobbs. The bus system operates Monday through Friday, 7 a.m. to 5 p.m., Saturdays, 7 to 4. Hobbs Express has an immediate opening for a CDL bus driver, offering great pay and benefits. Apply online at hobbsnm.org or call 397-9230 for more information. When you need transportation anywhere around Hobbs, think of Hobbs Express. Hobbs Express, 397-9290.
Listen up. B&B Rentals and Services has got dumpsters. Can you believe it? 30 and 40-yard dumpsters. These guys are a contractor's dream. B&B Rentals has light plants, porta-john trash trailer combos, office trailers, emergency and recovery trailers. Conveniently located in Lovington, B&B can serve you anywhere in Lee County and the surrounding area. Find B&B Rentals LLC on social media, and if you can remember the number, call 396-1722. B&B Rentals and Services.
Lasco Construction is a proud partner in education in Lee County. Lasco Construction is your hometown construction company. Lasco Construction encourages you and business owners to support Tatum, Jow, Lovington, Eunice, and Hobbs businesses. Buy as much as you can locally, which is why Lasco Construction always supports the youth of Lee County. Lasco Construction supports you. Call 393-9161 for all your construction needs. Support your community.
Did you know that Lee County State Bank drive-up lanes are open late? Interactive tellers give you convenient, extended drive-through hours Monday through Friday, 8 a.m. to 7 p.m. Lee County State Bank ITMs feature a screen which connects you to a live teller inside the bank to assist you with your banking transactions. No need to rush to the bank, with Lee County State Bank's extended ITM drive-through lanes conveniently located near you in Lovington, Hobbs, and Eunice. Lee County State Bank, member FDIC.
Back here at the Cave in Carlsbad, getting ready for the start of the second half of this one. Hobbs up 32-5, up big. So if you're the Lady Eagles, Don, I think it's just do what you do. And
yep, we mentioned take care of business. Take care of business. Yeah, you know, they only had a couple of spurts in that second quarter, particularly where they went on some scoring runs and they really developed that rhythm, that offensive rhythm that they're famous for, creating offense from their defense, and then the passing, the smooth, the flow that we're accustomed to seeing from them. And we had that, and they went on a couple of scoring runs and spurts and helped them get to 32-5 here. I hope to see a little more of that before things get choppy again in the third quarter and fourth quarter.
It'll be the starters on the floor for both teams as Zapata will take the inbound. Bounce it over to Ross in front of the Lady Eagles bench. Ross pulls the trigger, right wing. It is short, and it'll be a rebound for Bruce. That'll be her first. So Carlsbad with the basketball after Hobbs comes up empty on their opening possession here of the third quarter. Klusner out near the timeline at center court. Oh, yeah. Goodness, that was almost an inside and almost a turnover again.
Oh, good hustle by Moniz.
Yes, it was.
Flying out of nowhere and getting the ball, or knocking the ball away at least.
So it'll stay Cave Girl basketball as they avoid their 21st turnover of the night. They'll have it deep on the left baseline. It'll be Carrasco to inbound it. Carrasco looks for somebody to flash free, gets it into Medrano from the left block, in and out, and Areli Navarro. She must have just come in. She gets
nice
the rebound.
Yeah.
Muniz to the front court, a little hesitation move, underhands it, then gets it right back. Takes it on the left baseline, goes through Brose, and they're going to say she stepped on the baseline. Seventh turnover for the Lady Eagles.
She was watching her in the warm-ups, and she spent a lot of time over there on the left wing, just beyond the left arc, and finding the range, finding that three-point range, and finally sank one. So maybe we'll see some more three-point shooting from her.
Carrasco throws it over the head of everybody and right into the hands of Navarro. Hobbs forces the turnover. Bounce it into Armitage. Push it out to Zepeda. Right wing, 3 on the way, and bang! Madison Zepeda.
Very
her
nice.
first tray of the ball game.
Yeah.
And Hobbs strikes first. They're up by 30. 1 minute gone here in the third. Full court pressure is on. Madrano tried to give it to Payanis, but Payanis was flashing up the sideline and throws it behind her and out. So give it to Hobbs in the front court, in the Lady Eagles offensive front court. Push it into Navarro. Navarro to Muniz. Kind of bobbled it a little bit, or might have had a look at the three. Bro's giving her a little bit of room, but can come up quickly. Navarro from the right elbow. Pushing back out. Muniz, right wing. 3 ball up, in and out. And it'll be another rebound for Navarro. Navarro to Muniz, to Armitage. Back underneath to Navarro. Goes around, puts up the hook shot. Not even close, but she's fouled. Should tack Bros for her first personal. Yes, they will. First team foul, and Navarro heads to the line to try and get Hobbs back in the off the schneid from the free throw shooting. 5 of 12, under 50% in that first half. So Navarro, her first trip to the line, 3 rebounds, looking for her first points of the ball game. Morelli's first is up and down.
Nothing but net.
The senior post off the bench.
See if she can swish it again.
As Shayla Blaine will come in for Carlsbad. She played in the JV game, so seeing her first action, she goes in for Klusner.
She'll be in the blocks in the front for Carlsbad. Bros on the other side in the blocks in the front.
Second one is up, and it is good for Navarro. She's got 2 in the ball game, and that'll put Hobbs over 50% for right at 50% from the free throw line. 6.5 to go. Hobbs up by 32, 37-5. 6:20 to go. Bros goes in, takes about 837 steps before she gets tied up.
And gets called for the travel.
Called for the travel.
Yep.
So back to Hobbs on the 23rd turnover of the ball game for Carlsbad. Muniz into Zepeda. Madison will toss it to Armitage, then to Ross. Ross leads everybody with 11. Into Navarro to Muniz, right wing, and bang!
Beautiful.
12 points in the ball game, all from beyond the arc for Caselyn Muniz, and it is running clock time here at the Cave.
So that means Zepeda and Muniz and Ross have all hit 3-pointers for Hobbs.
Yes, they have. Bros picks up the dribble to Carrasco. Puts the ball in Zoe's face, and Zoe says, okay, fine, I'll just take it away from Bros. Give it to a breaking Zepeda.
Nice.
Off the steal, up and in. Madison now with 9 in the ball game.
Nice assist for Ross for that.
42-5 off of the steal, and tic-tac for Zepeda, her third personal as she bumped into Bros. That's all right, clock continues to move as Jayla Bragg will come in now. She'll come in for Carrasco. Talia Payanis also coming in. She'll come in for Mia Payanis. I think they're sisters. Unless I know for 100% fact, I don't like to say that. I got burned on that a couple of years ago. Oh, they'll get it to Bragg. Runs into Navarro and has to go back out. Uses up the dribble. Hobbs traps her up, and it'll be a steal into the hands to Ross.
Muniz.
From Muniz, and count the bucket and the foul.
Beautiful work, really nice teamwork, and that's that quick transition. The offense coming from defense, the offensive rhythm. That's just such good teamwork. It's beautiful to watch.
And it'll be a timeout by Coach Matt Inlow. It is a 60, so we'll take it with them. Hobbs 44, Carlsbad 5. Lady Eagle basketball back in a minute.
Here's some good news. Master Plumbers is thanking their customers. Right now, you can have your drain cleared for $39. $39, and you pick the drain. You better hurry. This drain clearing promotion won't last long. Plus, free camera inspection. Drain clogged? No problem. Call the Master. 397-9385. Reminder, Master Plumbers will meet or beat any competitor's plumbing price.
Master Plumbers. Call the Master.
Attention mechanics, NMR Pipeline is hiring now. If you know your way around heavy equipment and you have your own tools, NMR Pipeline wants to talk to you. NMR is offering top pay based on experience and solid benefits, medical, dental, and vision. NMR Pipeline isn't looking for trainees. They're hiring real mechanics ready to turn wrenches and get the job done right. Apply now at 300 South Main in Eunice. NMR Pipeline, built on skills driven by hard work. NMR Pipeline is an equal opportunity employer.
As Zoe Ross will head to the line for the and one, we are back. Hobbs trying to go up by 40 with 4:43 to go in the third. Score update from Tasker Arena here momentarily.
We've played almost half of this third quarter. Carlsbad has yet to put points on in this second half.
No, they have none. Ross at the line for the and one, puts up the shot and gets that one to go. 14 points for Zoe, leads the way. As Carlsbad will inbound it, 31-28 into the third. From Tasker Arena, district championship game on the boys' side between these two teams, and it'll be another almost steal, and they're going to call the jump ball as Ross tries to take it away from Brose. They'll call the jump, and it'll stay Cave Girl basketball.
Brose really lost that herself. She just lost it off of her foot, but it came off of really good intensive pressure, defensive pressure by Ross.
Licone and Tendorf in for Carlsbad. As Bragg will inbound it just next to the Hobbs Lady Eagle bench. 4:12 to go, running clock time.
Yep, 40-point lead for Hobbs.
Pretty sure as soon as they blew the whistle on that free throw, they were supposed to start the clock.
I think so.
Into the corner with Tendorf as Armitage picks her up quickly. Kind of a hard bounce pass to Payanis. Payanis goes in, loses the basketball right into the hands of Caselyn Muniz. Muniz with Licone to Zapata. Thought about the three, but good hustle by Bragg to get to her. Into the right elbow. They'll move it around. Ross takes it on the left baseline. 10-foot floater is up. Not going to fall. Battling for the rebound, and it'll wind up off the tip in the hands of Ross. To Muniz, right corner for three, and that one will be off the mark. Battling for the rebound and coming up with it underneath. Who was it? That was Ross once again, and then she's fouled.
So it was going to be 3 looks at the basket for Hobbs. But
going to whistle that one on Medrano, so that'll be her second personal. Second team foul on Carlsbad as the inbound to Armitage. Armitage to the right baseline, out to Navarro. Push it to Muniz, to Ross, back to Muniz. I think maybe they've told Payanis, or pardon me, Licone, just stay on her, and wherever she goes, you go. Bad pass into the middle. That'll be the 8th turnover for Hobbs. 2:53 to go. Bragg picks up the dribble. Hobbs traps her up, coming over to help, and they are going to call a tic-tac on Armitage.
Yeah, as Armitage came up, Muniz and Ross had a little a Lady Eagle sandwich go in there, and the ball spurted out, and coming up for it was Armitage, and she just made some incidental contact, if you ask me. But
hockey line change for the Lady Eagles as Rivera, Mendoza, Mojica, Godwin and Hardison now in. So kind of a little Twin Towers look with Godwin and Hardison both out there. 2:20 remaining, a 40-point lead for Hobbs here in the third period. Licone crosses the timeline, gets it to Bragg as Mojica will pick her up. To Medrano near side, working against Mendoza. Back to Bragg. Clock continues to move. To Licone, takes it to the left baseline and is fouled. They're going to get Godwin for that one. It'll be her second personal. Third team foul on the Lady Eagles. Clock will continue to move as Licone goes to the line. Juliette Licone.
The clock continues to move. It's supposed to move. It's stopped.
Yes, the clock has to move. The clock is...
It's supposed to be a running
clock. They don't even
clock.
stop it on 2-shot fouls now.
No. Come on, guys. Pay attention.
Yeah, pay attention to the rules. Now they've restarted it. A little hometown timing going on. It happens. So Licone misses the first. And is waiting to check in. It'll be Isabella Marquez. Licone's second is on the way, and she gets that one to fall. She's 1 of 4 from the line. And it'll break the scoring drought for the Cave Girls. 1:29 to go here in the third. And, wow, how was that not a foul? The inbound will come to Rivera. She splits through 2 Cave Girls. Goes into the offensive zone. Bragg out against Rivera. Rivera, nifty little move, gets around her to Godwin on the right baseline. And then they're going to get Bragg on the bump. That'll be her second personal. Third team foul on the Cave Girls.
Godwin doing a nice job of defending her personal space there with the basketball.
So Rivera to inbound it from just left of the Lady Eagle bench. Gets it into Hardison, who gives it right back to Rivera. Underhand it to Mojica in the deep left corner. Back to Rivera. Cycles out. Kind of a lazy pass to Mojica. She handles it under pressure from Licon. Working between the rings to Rivera. Bobble. Back to Mojica. They can just play keep away. Mendoza pushing in. Trying to get it into the high post for Godwin, who tried to get it onto the baseline to go low post with Hardison.
Right, Hardison had left. Little miscommunication there, but it was setting up to be a really nice give and go. Really beautiful little play.
Yes, it was. It was perfect right up until it wasn't.
Right.
To the front court with Marquez. She'll toss it out to Licon for three on the left wing, and Licon with 4 points now is leading the Cavegirls 45-9. 36-point Hobbs lead. Mendoza from WNBA distance at the buzzer, no good. And we have played 3 from here in Carlsbad. It is Hobbs 45, Carlsbad 9. Lady Eagle basketball continues in a moment.
Divine Energy Services in the Permian Basin. Divine is more than just an amazing partner in the oil field. They are committed to the youth in the Permian Basin as well. From academics to athletics, you can be assured that Divine is supporting it. Remember Divine Energy for all of your oil field needs. Divine Energy Services, supporting the Permian Basin and the Hobbs Eagles since 2006.
SunGuard Precision is all about your truck and your home and making both look and feel amazing. SunGuard uses Lumar Window Tint, the top name in the game. For your truck, that means a cooler cap, UV protection, and a sleek custom look that turns heads. For your home, it's all about comfort blocking heat, reducing glare, and adding privacy without losing your view. SunGuard Precision brings style, protection, and performance on the road and at home. Call or look up SunGuard Precision in names and numbers. SunGuard Precision, your tinting pros.
Back here in Carlsbad, Hobbs leading this one 45-9, and are 8 minutes away in running clock timing from claiming, they've already claimed the district championship, but claiming a perfect district record at 6-0. I'm TJ Miracle, she's Dawn Morgan. Starters will be on the floor. Well, 4 of the 5 starters as Navarro getting the start here in the fourth quarter. Arelli back to Ross, who leads Hobbs with 14 points. Ross to Rivera, inside to Armitage, flashes to the hoop, and is popped in the head for trouble by Klusner. She's kind of shaking her head and smiling while she's doing it. They're going to get Klusner for her second personal. So at the line, Aliana Armitage, 4 points in the ball game to go along with 3 rebounds. Armitage's first one is up and looked like it was going to be a little offline to the right, but finds its way through the bottom.
It had a radar.
Yes, it did.
Yeah.
So gets the first and doesn't get the second, but Zoe Ross will have her 5th board of the ball game. Tosses out to Muniz, right slot, 3 on the way, and bang! Caselin Muniz, 15 points.
And what, her second tray?
That is her 5th tray of the night.
Yeah, 5th.
As Madrano gets popped in the chin. Again, clock still supposed to be running.
Second in the second half, though, probably, right?
Yes, it is.
Right.
Good memory. So Madrano comes off. Not feeling good. That got kind of popped in the chin there. So they're going to take her into the bench, check in with the trainers. Carrasco picked up I thought she'd picked up her dribble. She needed some help. Gets it from Klusner, who pulls it from the top of the arc, and that went off the mark and into the hands of Armitage. That'll be Aliana's 4th rebound of the ball game. Aliana trying to take it, thinking about taking it coast to coast. Now Navarro from the right slot for 3. Not going to fall. Tindorf with the rebound. Really not known for her 3-point shooting, but it was online. 49-9, 40-point Lady Eagle lead. To Carrasco, right wing, in and out. Winds up with her own rebound in the end.
You're going to get Navarro for the foul behind her, I think.
Thank you, as I think the air conditioning or something must have came on.
No, they're going to get it on
Madison,
Cepeda,
her 4th personal. First team foul in the quarter. Stays Carlsbad basketball. Again, clock is supposed to run, boys. To Klusner. In, shot up. Tindorf with the rebound. No good. And then coming back the other way, Armitage will have her 5th board. Toss it to Zepeda, right wing, and that one off the mark. Battling for it is Ross with the rebound, then Navarro with the rebound.
Swatted
and is
away.
Rejected, and a turnover for the Lady Eagles.
Yeah, a block there.
Yes, it was. So the swat put on by Klusner. Now to Brose, to Klusner. Klusner, the little jab step fake. Back to Brose, to Klusner. Picks up the dribble, throws the fastball over the head of Tendorf on the left baseline. Another turnover as Navarro and Zepeda out. Seeing her first action, Donica Nikki Espinosa, number 42. Onto the floor for the Lady Eagles. Corelli Rivera back in too. Now Rivera, Armitage, Ross. And Ross from the right wing for three, in and out. And it'll be the freshman Espinosa with the rebound, and she's fouled. She'll go to the line for two. So saw her in the JV game.
Right, she
Call that on Klusner, her third personal.
Yeah, she and Audrey Mackey were having a really nice game for the Hobbs JV ladies.
And puts the first one up.
And others, I'm sure. It's just we, paying attention toward the end of that game, and I noticed both of them with some good work, some good moves and shooting.
Clanked off the front of the iron as the white flag, I have a feeling, being raised now by Coach Enlow as he's got his starters off the floor. And Espinosa will get that one, makes it 50-9 as we click towards the halfway mark of this running clock, fourth period. Licon to Bragg with Ross on her. And Bragg just going to have to throw it off the ankle of Ross and out to maintain possession. Katie Godwin will come in as Caitlin Muniz will head to the bench. All smiles, Mendoza in. And Hardison back in too. And I'll have to check in on that, but the Carlsbad guys just sit at the end of regulation, I think.
Whoa, okay. So
38
going
all.
into overtime, maybe.
Back at Tasker Arena tonight. Pianis to Bragg. And then out to Licon. 3:30 to go. 3 on the way for Bragg. That one is off the mark. And it'll be Mendoza with the rebound, her first of the ball game. To Espinosa for 3, left wing, and bang! Nikki Espinosa, 4 points in the ball game. Drains the tray. Makes it 53-9. Bragg under pressure to Pianis with Rivera on her. To Licon, getting to her quickly was Mendoza. Has to toss it out. Into the left lane, putting up a wild one and almost up into the mezzanine where we are. And out of bounds. Mariah Mojica back in as Espinosa heads to the bench to applause. And
yeah, nice
high
work.
Fives and back slaps.
Nice work off the bench.
Yes, it was. So Hobbs basketball, 2.5 remaining here in the ball game, 53-9. Dominant performance tonight for Hobbs, even though at times it's kind of felt like they're stuttering a little bit. Rivera with the head fake, goes to the left block, pushes out to Mendoza, now into the corner. Mojica for 3, and bang!
Wow, rattles home.
Mariah Mojica drains the tray. We said Mojica and bang a lot the last couple of years.
That's
Nice
true.
we get to keep doing that. To Pianis, 2:03 to go to Bragg. Whereas that was Nakaya Mojica. To Nakaya, to Mariah. And eventually to Alyssa.
Yeah.
And a partially blocked shot into the hands of Katie Godwin.
Nice work by
Hobbs
Katie.
will run it back down to Mojica. Now to Mendoza. Toss it into the post play and up and in for Zaylee Hardison.
With an assist by Mendoza. Very nice work. Again, good teamwork. Give and go when they're in the lane.
90 seconds remaining in the ball game. Aribella Saunders waits to check in from the free throw line. Shot up, no good. And it'll be Hardison with the rebound, and then she's going to get fouled. Question is, are they going to get Pianis or going to get it on Pianis? Mia Pianis was under there too. I would have been right just saying Pianis. 1:11 to go as the white flag is raised. As now Velos and Ortega back in. Rivera from Mendoza on the inbound. Hobbs up by 49 points, 58-9 the score. Godwin to Mojica. Over to Hardison. Around to Rivera, left corner, 3 on the way, off the iron. Hardison with another rebound, and Hobbs will reset with 41 seconds remaining. Push it to Mojica, throw the fastball into Godwin. She'll turn around from 10. Her shot, it won't fall, and it'll be Saunders just into the ball game with a rebound. Del Marquez will cross the timeline. Takes it into the deep left corner, 58-9. All Hobbs in this one. 2 Velos at the free throw line. Into the corner for Ortega, and she'll drive in and get fouled. A little hometown timing. They'll stop the clock again, I'm sure.
On Rivera? Nope.
Yep, they're going to get Rivera, her first personal. Second team foul. Nope, they're going to leave it running, so that will do it as Ortega's first is up, and it is good.
They broke 10.
They did, and they get their first points of the fourth quarter. They will stop it with 1 second to go. They are allowed to do that, and the second one is Ortega gets both her free throws to fall, and on the inbound, that will do it. And the Hobbs Lady Eagles victorious tonight. Our final score, Hobbs 58, Carlsbad 11. We'll be back to wrap this one up right after this. Lady Eagle basketball on Hobbs Sports YouTube, Lee County News and Sports YouTube, and HobbsAmerica.com.
Listen up. You asked for it, you got it. Introducing all-in pricing from TDS. Get ultra-powerful 1 gig internet for just $49.99 a month for 2 years. No gimmicks, no gotchas. Plus, no contract, free installation, and a powerful Wi-Fi router included. All in? Oh yeah. Visit hellotds.com today. Internet speeds are up to and not guaranteed. Subject to availability.
First
Terms and
American
conditions
Bank
apply.
believes
See
success
website for
comes from
details.
building personal, long-lasting relationships that are built on mutual trust. We take a consultative-driven approach to get to know you and your business. We offer a wide array of banking and digital solutions, plus more than a century of local experience. So, with First American Bank as your trusted partner, when you succeed, we do too.
When you want the job done right, trust the professionals at DNC Electric for all your electrician's needs. DNC Electric does oil well installations, battery installations, power lines, automation electric motor repairs, transformer repair, and so much more. When you want a reliable, dependable electrician for all your commercial and industrial services, call DNC Electric 492-0044, 575-492-0044. DNC Electric, 1444 West Broadway.
And welcome back to the Cave in Carlsbad. The Hobbs Lady Eagles being awarded their district championship banner and their medals for claiming the district title tonight. Victorious 58-11, and they finish perfect in the district season as Greg Haston actually gave the banner to his former school.
Right. He was a former athletic director for Hobbs for many years.
I like Greg. I'm just going to give him problems. So, all right. Well, Hobbs victorious tonight. Leading scorer for Carlsbad was Juliette Lacone off the bench. She had 4 points for Carlsbad. For the Hobbs Lady Eagles, you had 2 in double figures tonight, led by Caitlin Muniz, 15 points, all from beyond the arc. 14 points for Zoe Ross. Just missing the double digits, Madison Zepeda with 9. Had 5 for Aliana Armitage, 3 Mariah Mojica, 2 Zaylee Hardison, 3 Corelli Rivera, 2 for Areli Navarro, 4 points for Nikki Espinosa, and 2 points for Katie Godwin. Hobbs goes 10 of 19 from the free throw line. They really picked up the rebounding in the second half. Let's see, there's 5, 10, 15, 20, 27 rebounds as opposed to 14. So Hobbs victorious, and now get ready for the district tournament championship in 8 games, or in 8 days, I should say, back at our place on Saturday afternoon. Time to be determined based on what happens at Tasker Arena tonight. Let me pop that up right quick, and we'll give you a quick update right before we head off the air for this. Of course, that's also here on Hobbs Sports YouTube and on HobbsAmerica.com, as looks like that game maybe has ended.
Oh, really?
Let me run it forward and see if we can get a final for that one. And I do not have a final. I think maybe they had some internet issues or something going on there. So, all right, well, you can just flip it over to the Hobbs Sports YouTube channel and find it. And so, big game, big season for the Lady Eagles. Now district tournament awaits and then the playoffs. So with that, my friends, we will put a wrap on this one for your Friday night. The Hobbs Lady Eagles all over Carlsbad tonight. Thanks to Tiff and Evie keeping an eye and ear on things back at One Radio Square. For Don Morgan, I'm TJ Miracle saying so long from Carlsbad. This has been an exclusive presentation of Walmart Digital and One Radio Square Sports. Good night, everybody. Have a great weekend.